Also joining us now, Anurag Katriyar, who's the trustee at NRAI, joining us this morning to give us that perspective on what's playing out. Anurag, I'll throw the question open. How large is the impact here? Give us a sense. And how widespread is it? Piped versus cylinder? Is there a difference in terms of supply there? Is one part of the supply uninterrupted? Give us a sense.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So let me first tell you the scale of the problem. The scale is there are about 500,000 restaurants in the country, and I'm not even counting the unorganized sector. And about 90% of them, 95% of them depend on gas as their primary cooking medium. As of today, I think the impact is being felt in a few cities. It is already manifesting itself. But smaller cities still remain unchanged. As far as piped gas is concerned, its coverage is very limited right now. Its coverage is limited to certain large cities. Those seem to be currently uninterrupted. They don't seem to have any major impact. But the gas cylinders, the LPG, seem to be the real problem. I think in cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad, there is already a kind of a panic situation. And, if you ask me, one of the reasons is also the lack of clarity in communication vis-a-vis what is happening with the large commercial cylinders. There has been lots of notes floating around, some saying that, now government has banned completely the use of the LPG for commercial use and so on and so forth. There are lots of confusion. So I think as of date, if you have to ask me, if I have to sum it up, it is already showing signs of distress around the country. Smaller cities are less impacted, and certain cities are already seeing the heat in a big way.
So what is the near-term solution then, Anurag, to this? Because, like you're saying, there are definitely murmurs around, but you don't know the magnanimity of this situation just yet. It's only day one.
Yeah. So for me, it's a very simple solution. First of all, I would request the government and the oil marketing companies to come up with very clear-cut policy guidelines on this. I think that will take away a lot of confusion from the market. Number two, we realize there is going to be an energy shortage in the short term because of the crisis in West Asia. But please do not leave out the commercial gas completely out of the ambit of supply. They are lifelines to many, many people. We are not only, we are a critical service. If I take you back to the COVID times also, when all commercial establishments are shut, we were asked to continue operating because lots of people depended on food from the restaurants. And in return, I think I would, NRAI is already sending out an advisory to its members that we must try to reduce as much as we can reduce the wastage and reduce the usage of LPG in view of this national crisis. We are all for it. But for heaven's sake, the government should very clearly not single out the commercial gases. You may control the supplies, but don't stop it altogether. And please communicate very clearly. We are an essential services for all practical purposes. Don't leave us out. That's all I would like to say.
Yeah, because, the situation still is evolving right now. One doesn't really know the extent of the fall just yet, or rather, not just the fall, but the impact. But Anurag, are you personally hearing from any restaurants which have had to sort of shut business for the day? Have there been any panic calls?
There have been some panic calls. There have been some panic calls, especially from cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad, where people are not getting any supplies. And, on the other side, I would say on a brighter side, I have also heard stories of many people looking at alternate source of energy like induction cooking wherever possible. So I think there is more panic in the head right now, and it is for real. Few cities are seeing the impact already, but smaller cities are not seeing the impact yet. Restaurants shutting down, not maybe yet.
But I don't know, how does it work? How many days of no gas? It's really case by case. But should this shortage of gas actually extend itself, could we actually see some of the restaurants shut down business as well?
100%, 100%. I mean, you can't run a restaurant without the gas unless you get really, innovative and try doing things without the gas. Start selling cold food or fried food or something like that. But the experience will go away. It's not going to sustain itself like that. So, it's a very simple thing. I understand that in a crisis like this, domestic market is domestic consumption is very important. Supply to domestic LPG is very important. But please do not leave out commercial cylinders totally. That's all we would say. Bring it in. It's very, very important. F&B service is not only an essential service. I think it also impacts life of millions of people working in it.
Completely appreciate. I'm trying to understand the quantum of impact this will likely have. How much typically, of course, you can't go case by case here. Typically, how much of spare gas do they have, and how much of an impact can be cushioned as a result of the spare gas which some of the restaurants may already have? Because it's clearly a shock. So I'm trying to understand whether there is any cushion available at all. Is it going to be a week? Is it going to be a day more? Are we already running out? What is it that you're seeing on ground?
It'll be case to case. It will be very case to case. And typically in a gas bank, in a good restaurant, you have 6 to 8 cylinders. Your average usage could be 1 or 2 cylinders, 1.5 cylinders a day. So I think on an average, everybody will have enough stocks for 4 or 5 days at best. Beyond that, if this crisis looms on, then I think we are looking at a much widespread problems than what we have today.
Okay, we'll keep checking in on the situation with you, but thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.